Hello, people. This is your uncommon sense redneck. Um, I guess I have a few things to say. So, I guess the world needs to know the actual difference between a traditional man and a modern man, if that's what you want to call the modern male. I don't call them men. So, a traditional man has a moral code. He has moral values that he pretty much lives his life by. Uh, you know, integrity, uh, honor, respect, thoughtfulness, kindness. I'm lacking in a few of them. Thoughtfulness and kindness. I kind of threw them out the window a few years ago because it gets you nowhere when you're talking to a bunch of children. They see kindness as weakness and they decide to be opportunists. So, anyways, so a real man is a traditional man. I hate everybody's luck. They keep trying to change the definition of what a real man is. A real man can cry. He's not afraid to cry. A real man, he'll talk about his feelings with his woman. No, all that's bull crap. A real man is reserved. That means he keeps within himself. He keeps himself calmed. A real man does not, he has nothing to prove to any man or anybody. A real man uh, doesn't really care what other people think. He tries to do the right thing for the right reason at the right time. That's what a real man does. A real man is calculated. A real man is tempered. A real man uses logic, reasoning, and rationality to deduce the answers to the problems and struggles that life throws before him. That's what a real man does. That's what a real man is. And a real man puts his family above all others. That the family comes first. Now, if he doesn't have kids, then his wife comes first above all others. Now that don't mean her little wants and you know her little pleasures and this, that, and the other, and her sense of entitlement. No, her needs. Her needs. He puts her needs first. Wants are not needs. Needs are not wants. Let's not get that confused. I want a new car. Yours works just fine. We can't afford to spend the money to get you a new car. Sorry. Maybe next year, honey. That's a real man. A simp, okay, we'll try to make ends meet. We'll try to make it work as long as you're happy, setting yourself up for failure because if you get her a car this year, next year she's going to want to trade it in on an SUV or 2 years down the road. As soon as it gets paid off, she's going to need another new car. Excuse me. And yeah, that's not good. That's setting the bar really high for you to have to keep jumping over that bar. A real man can foresee the patterns that are before him and moderate and engage his responses to things and situations and them crazy emotions that people throw at him. I said people, not women, for a reason. So yeah, a real man, a real man is honest. A real man commands respect. I did not say demands. I said commands. There is a big difference. A real man does not have to demand respect. It is bestowed upon him because of his character and his fortitude and his just basically his presence. His presence is above all others. Now that doesn't mean he's the most outspoken and he's the funnest guy in the room and he's the center of attention. That don't mean he's a real man. That just means he's conceited and narcissistic. That's not the definition of a real man. A real man is the one that's sitting over in the corner with his mouth shut, that's watching everybody. He's paying attention to everybody, and he don't speak unless he actually has something to say. He don't talk out of the side of his neck. He's not a people pleaser. When he says something, it's for a reason, not to make people like him. A real man doesn't need everybody to like him. He knows he's a man without anybody verifying it. Nobody has to concur. He just is a real man. He has a sense of right and wrong, and he chooses to do right because it is the moral path to take. It is the right thing to do. He don't choose to do right so he can go reward himself later. I did the right thing today. I'm going to go to the bar and get me a drink. Yeah, celebrate. Yeah, that's not a real man. That's a child. He done something so he could give himself a gift and make himself feel special. Ooh, ain't he great? No, he's a child. Real man does what's right. He may get a sense of pride out of it and feel good about it, but that's as far as it goes. He don't have to reward himself. That pride was the reward. Knowing you did the right thing is the reward. Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't feel like a reward. It makes life harder for you. Makes you struggle a little more. But as long as it's the right thing and you do it, you're a man. Okay. A real man has integrity. Now, that's a word that most people hear a lot of. They think they know what it is, but they don't. They don't. They get it twisted up. Well, integrity means that a lot of people like me and a lot of people respect me, and my word means something to them. When I say something, they listen. Well, yeah and no. Okay, your word. Your word means everything when it comes to integrity. If a man gives his word, he has to keep it. Period. There's no exceptions. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. There's no, well, I gave my word, but my woman decided, no, no, no. Her wants are not more important than a man keeping his word. Her needs are, but her wants are not. If she wants to go to the movies and you have given your word to help your friend, you told your friend on Monday that you'll help him work on his car so he can get it inspected this next Monday. You're going to do that Saturday. Then Saturday comes along and she's like, I think we need to spend some time together. I want to go to the movies. Let's go to the movies. You can work on the car tomorrow. And you call your friend up, hey, bud, can we work on it tomorrow? You're not a man. You're not. You're a child that just got played by a woman. You're a child. That might make people mad. I don't care. You're a child. A real man would be like, sorry, honey. I promised Joe I'd help him work on his car. You know I promised him. And you're trying to get me to choose between you and him. The difference is he needs this, and you just have a want. You have a desire for something, and you want me to fulfill that desire so that you feel more important. I understand that. Here's the problem with that. If I choose to indulge you instead of keeping my word and helping him, that makes me a liar. Are you sure you want to be with a liar? Because that makes me a dishonest person. I gave my word and I didn't keep it. Nobody likes a liar. Nobody respects a liar. Why are you with him? All he does is lie. So there's that. Got to be honest. Got to keep your word. Got to be trustworthy. Well, that goes along with keeping your word, don't it? Give your word, you keep it. They can trust you to keep your word. So now that's on the helping end. Let's say there's a little conflict. You have altercations with somebody, and you let them know. You ever say that again, I'm gonna knock your teeth out. And then they call your bluff, and they say it again. If you do knock their teeth out, you kept your word. You're a man. If you take pity on them and you don't knock their teeth out, then you're like a woman trapped in a man's body. Empathy took over, and the manliness left, and you didn't keep your word. So therefore, can't trust you. You have no honor. Now that's profound. I know. You're talking about violence. Well, it's an extreme depiction. It's an extreme example, but there's a reason for it. It's just flat out how it is. If you tell somebody, let's say you're on the phone and they run in their mouth, and you're like, you wait till I see you. Next time I see you, I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in your butt and I'm gonna walk it dry. And then you see them at the grocery store. Oh, I'm not trying to go to jail. And you're not a man. You're not. You're just not a man. If you said it, you have to do it. Period. Don't matter what it is. You're going to help somebody, you say it, you have to do it. That's all there is to it. You say you're going to inflict pain on this person next time you see them. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a simp. Don't be a modern day male. Be a traditional male. I said I was going to knock his teeth out. Let me go get this done. Can't be a liar. And then anybody says anything about it, you just look at them like, hey, I can't help it. I'm a real man. I gave my word I was going to do this. Had to keep my word. I didn't want to. I didn't feel good about it, but it is what it is. I gave my word. That being said, a real man has to be careful what he gives his word on. So, once again, patient, calculating, methodical, enduring. That's a real man. Impatient. Well, let's see, impulsive. Impetulant. That's the modern day male. Emotional. Can't handle that. I can't. Men are not supposed to be emotional. If you are an emotional male, you're not a man. If you have a bleeding heart for the 2% of society that's just hollering, look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm special, you're not a man. You're not. You're not. You're beta. 1000% beta. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that disagree. I don't care. I don't care. Grow up. See, I was born old and I'm growing into it. It don't bother me at all. See, when I lay down to go to sleep, I sleep like a rock because, well, I'm honest. I have nothing to keep me up at night worrying about, did you say the wrong thing? Did you do the wrong thing? Because I really don't care. I was honest. If somebody got their feelings hurt, that's their problem. It's their feelings. You don't want to know? Don't ask me. You don't want to hear the truth about a topic? Don't talk to me about it. Because if you do, you're going to hear the truth. You're going to hear logic. And you're going to hear how I really don't care how you feel. Because I don't. I don't. If you wanted me to care about how you felt, you should have known me before you started. I don't. Feelings don't matter. And I can prove this. Last time you had a car payment, or you had to pay a light bill, or your rent, mortgage payment, whatever, and you didn't have enough money, and you was all stressed out about it. Okay, being stressed didn't make it go away, right? But now feelings matter, right? Feelings matter so much. So if they do, the next time that happens, just feel happy about it, and it'll go away, right? Well, and if it don't, then feelings really do not matter. Actions matter. Logic matters. Facts matter. Feelings, not so much. Feelings only matter to the person that's feeling that. It don't matter to anybody else. Now, you might have a bleeding heart that's empathetic, but they're not really that empathetic. They're just, oh, bless you, you poor thing. I hate you're going through that. It's about as far as it goes. Or they might get offended on your behalf because they're just that liberal minded, and you're not there to take up for yourself when somebody says something bad about you or whatever. And hey, you can't do whatever. Okay. Feelings don't matter. They don't. They don't. When's the last time you felt better about your job and your job got better just because you felt better about it? Never. When's the last time that you felt better about your relationship with this person that you're related to and you can't stand them? So you decided to feel better about them as a whole. Did that fix that relationship? Hell no. You know it didn't. It takes it takes logic. It takes action. It takes fortitude. It takes working through the problem. And now everybody's like, well, feelings feelings can strike thoughts, and thoughts can strike action. So feelings can drive action to fruition of problem solving. Wrong, wrong. Check it out. You cannot have a feeling without having a thought to have the reaction of feeling. The thought has to come first. So your thoughts are more important than your feelings. They control your feelings. Now, once the feelings are enacted, sure, they can spawn through relation, your brain, word association, feeling word association. Yeah, you hear a word, you get mad, or you get happy, or you get sad. That's a learned response due to your anecdotal experience. Still doesn't mean that the feelings caused thoughts. It's the always the other way around, without fail. So feelings are always secondary. Always. Oh Lord, the women are going to be pissed about that, but it's true. So end result, feelings don't matter, and if you want to be a real man, you have to be honest, trustworthy, respectful, not manipulative, deceitful, cunning. Although you can be a real man and still be cunning. All depends on the job you have. If your job requires you to be cunning, then yeah, sure. But when you're not working, you need to be a real man. If you can't, then you're a child stuck in an adult's body. And the only way to fix that is, well, fake it till you make it. Um, I would suggest getting up every day, making your bed. If there's dishes in the sink and you got time to wash them before you got to go to work, do it. Clean your house before you go to work. Make that a daily goal. Make that something you just have to do. And by being organized and using logic to do it, your brain will practice using logic more. And you will run off of emotions less and less and less. And you will be more tempered so that you're not reactive. You're not emotional. And by doing that, you can stay calm in high stress situations. And if you can stay calm in high stress situations and use logic and sense and rationalization, you're a man. If you give your word and you always keep it, your word is your bond, you're a man. If you're always honest, you're a man. And by doing all that, you will actually command respect, not demand it. But if you demand respect, you don't deserve any at all, period. No respect, none. Because if you demand respect, that means you honestly know you don't deserve it. But you have these feelings that you should deserve the same thing as everybody else. So therefore you're going to demand it. Yeah, that's not smart. That's not intelligent. That's counterproductive. Because if you demand respect, that means you're actually not respecting the people around you. If you don't respect them, why should they respect you? What have you done to earn it? That's the whole thing. Your entitlements stop after air. You're not even entitled to water. Unless you want to drink nasty creek water that the deers have peed in. Water has to be bought nowadays. It's not free. Well, I mean, I guess you can walk into the courthouse and get some water out of the fountain. You'd be entitled to that, but most of them are on the other side of that metal detector, so you actually have to prove that you're trustworthy enough to make it to the fountain to get some water. Ain't that something? So, yeah, nothing in life is actually free. Everything has to be earned. And the sooner the younger generation can wrap their brain around it, the better. Because I'm getting pretty sick and tired of seeing 25, 28, 30, 35, and 40-year-old people that are nothing more than children. They think like children, they act like children, but they want the respect of an adult because of their age. Well, I hate to tell you, it don't matter how old you are, if you act like a child, I'm going to treat you like one. You act like a child, I'm going to treat you like a kid. That's all there is to it. And if you want more than that, grow up. Be responsible. Be honorable. Be honest. Have integrity. Integrity is everything. Everything. If you have no integrity, you're not a man. If you do, you are. So, to all the guys out there that give their word and keep it, they don't ever break their word. Which, by the way, you should be careful what you give your word on, so that you're not setting yourself up to break your word. But anyways, to all the guys out there that keep their word, that are honest, respectable. They try to do the right thing. I tip my hat to you and I bid you a good evening. To everybody else that got mad about all this and decided they wanted to argue and maybe post a comment or whatever, nobody cares. No, really don't. Nobody cares. Um, say what you want to. You cannot hurt my feelings because I'm a man and I don't care. Your feelings do not matter. Your actions matter. That's all that matters. The way you present yourself to the world is all that matters. What you do and what you say matters. And what you feel doesn't. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't change a thing. Ever. Ever. You get mad. The world didn't change. You just got mad in the world. So, anyways, to all the real men, the traditional men that believe in doing the right thing for the right reason, you don't have to gain anything. You don't have to barter. I'll do this for you if you do that to me or do that for me. To all you men, and notice I said men, I bid you good evening. To all the children in the world, grow up. This has been your Uncommon Sense Redneck, and till next time, I guess, have a good one, or not. Good evening.